Okay, folks, we are just going to look at Southwestern Energy here, Tuesday, 22nd of August, 2023. Um, I've been in this trade for, I don't know, about a year now, maybe two. No, but yeah, sorry, but yeah, about a year. And I just really, I've talked about this trade a little bit with Jason. I've been taking a bit of flack off of him on it, but um, I love this trade because essentially, there's a huge amount of discussion about oil, or sorry, not gas going to one, going to zero because of there being a flood of nat gas in continental America. And then with the Freeport processing facility being down, then there's less being processed through and exported and all this sort of stuff. So, there was a huge amount of just negative talk on nat gas, but all the while Southwestern just wasn't really taking the bait to the downside, and then we started to see a little bit of accumulation in nat gas over that period. So I thought, you know what, I don't think nat gas is going to one or zero or negative the way oil did. And I think there's a bit of value here. And my predominant theme on this trade, right? And you're looking at monthly bars here on the left, over here. And then you got 30-minute bars over here. And my predominant theme on this is really that as we aim as societies around the world shifting away from carbon sources of energy, oil, coal, oil predominantly, and coal second. Well, the more reliance there will have to be on something that's a little bit cleaner, and ultimately we want to be on solar, on tidal, on wind, on all of that stuff, shredded avocado gas, all that sort of stuff. But until then, our best segue energy uh, medium and our energy source is going to be nat gas. And then you throw in the situation where we have in Europe, where we don't have Russian gas anymore, and the Americans blew up Nord Stream 2. Whether who blew it up, it doesn't matter. The fact is, it's just not there anymore, right? So, where are we going to get our gas in Europe? Well, we can get it from areas of the Middle East, North Africa, but some of the supply there isn't really enough to make up all of our needs in Europe for that. And so you're seeing tankers coming out of Florida, and coming out of the Gulf of Mexico with LNG bound for Europe. Okay, and so the swamp, if you like, of nat gas that's built up in storage is now starting to just get drained a little bit towards Europe, being sold towards Europe. Okay, and I think that trend will continue. Now we see a story I covered last week on my weekly look ahead, and this week in the weekly look ahead, was the essentially the downing of tools that the labor unions have had at these nat gas facilities in Australia. And that has already caused European gas futures to start skyrocketing again, the same way we saw last year. Okay. And that's because essentially if there is a constraint on nat gas production and exports in Australia, that's going to affect the Asian continental market. Okay. And they're going to then look to the Middle East for supplies of gas, and Russia, obviously. But then that puts Asian buyers and European buyers head to head, vying for nat gas production out of the Middle East. Okay. Um, and so therefore then that puts a bit more of a lean on European purchases of US gas. Now, I think as a trade, that's a really big sort of a concept, and for me, it's probably a little too much of a sequence of events that I would normally like to trade the back of. I'm in this trade because I really think that nat gas is actually going to be that segue, um, energy source from oil to, the Greta Greenberg preferred sources. Okay. And it is a pretty clean option. Okay. What's the trade for me? Is it long on nat gas futures outright risk? No, not really. I do trade nat gas at least once or twice a week. I do play on the futures market, but I'm not holding 6-month cal positions outright risked on nat gas. I will trade seasonals, but another way for me to play that trade as well is to be involved and buy and own one of the top tier natural gas exploration and production companies in North America, which is Southwestern. Southwestern here, symbol SWN. All right, so you're looking at these monthly bars here. Now, why did I want to jump on and talk about this? Because, I'm normally talking about futures and blah, blah, blah. Well, the reason is that we're coming up to test through some pretty decent resistance points with with Southwestern here. So looking at the monthly bars, really the decent resistance I see that this market wants to hit is here at 782s. Okay, 782s coming back really the 1st of February, or this is the February high in 2005, right? And we've been through there already last year, and I think we're going to try and get up through it this year. Okay, so I'm then zooming into like these little highs you had here in November 2017. And that's where we sit right now. We're sitting on that resistance of November 2017, right? Now, if I then switch over to looking at this on a 30-minute bar over here, well, you see that we had a first test of this here on the 4th of August, and then we're starting to get through on the 9th, and then almost did it on the 17th. And now yesterday we were double tapping on it. Okay, so the market actually has traded a little higher onto above 72s, 73s already in the pre. So the market's holding now at this level. I think we're going to push over. And my trade is ultimately targeting. Well, the ultimate target is $15. Okay, on this. But the near term next level up for me is 720 and then 785s. So this is part of the edge that I teach the team, and that we trade in the team is guiding what these levels are for us. Okay, but if you look at the major support and resistance, the what is this? The 720s is this kind of low from February, March, and April of 2017. So I think if we get back up there, we're going to have a bit of selling and a little bit of liquidation of longs at that point. But then I think we'll reverse down to then bid over. Who knows? But I'm going to be taking some money off the table when we push over these 672s here, take 720s. So, I got a nice little chunk of this company, and I'll just, average out of a nice position here and bring down my cost on this trade a little bit more. So yeah, just wanted to jump on there. I'm not going to get into all the details and the technicals and the PE ratios and blah, blah, blah on Southwestern. This does not pay a dividend, but I do like this company and it trades extremely technically, right? So if we turn on a few of the things that I'm looking at here, we've got the R-vol turned on there as well. But if we kind of see if I can make this the full chart. Yeah, there we go. So it trades extremely technically. You're looking at VWAP here. Yesterday was a 3% up day on Southwestern, because it really did want to test into that 672s here. And so, nice bid out of the gates, gapping up, pulls back to the 50 EMA, boom, just pretty much straight move to the 672s, pulls back into VWAP and the 100, and then just kind of diddles in the middle, as some traders would say, and then, down to -1, and then lifts back up again over VWAP. First pull back to the 50, bang, again into the 672s. We've been a bit higher in the pre here. I think we can go a lot higher. So we just look at the extended hours trading here. And you can see, yeah, we were on 673s. Okay, not a lot higher, but but I think, we've got something good in store for this, just as long as Nat Gas can stay bid. But yeah, that's a trade I'm looking at the moment. So Southwestern, I like it. All right. Have a good session. Talk to you later. Please do click to like and subscribe. Stay lucky.